people exposing Coach Greg. Well, I gotta tell you something. Cause I got video proof to expose him. That's right, Coach Greg. You've been ducking me, haven't you? Ever since you found out that I ride my tricycle outside for exercise, you all of a sudden posted footage of you riding indoors with editor Steve. You got your fancy app called Zwift to ride your bike with. You know what kind of fancy app I got? It's called Outside Burn. So over here where I live in Ontario, Canada, they're not too great at math because we've been in a 2-week lockdown for a year now. But I'm telling you, when we get out of lockdown, it's gonna be even harder for you to duck me. And while we're having a bike ride, we may as well have a pose down.
Whoa.
Because I got you. I got you in the lats. I got you in the boots. I got you in the muscles. And don't show him that Gymshark logo because my natty or not's gonna be in question. And while we're at it, I'm gonna do a vacuum and call out C-Bomb, the best vacuum in the West. I'm gonna challenge you, bud. Let's do it. Today I'm reacting to Coach Greg's Can You Be Fit and Fat video. Can you be beautiful at any size? Yes. Can you love yourself at any size? Absolutely. Should you be confident at any size? Yes. However, can you be healthy at any size? No. And this is coming from somebody who used to be 275 pounds. I was not healthy at that size. So let's get into the video and I'm gonna tell you what I think.
Look, I saw a picture and this picture is somebody who's 100 pounds overweight and it says they're healthy. This is the new healthy. Sorry, it's not. Telling you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. What you want to hear is you can eat anything you want so long as you're active and you're healthy. Recent research has come out showing this is not the case at all.
First of all, at 275 pounds, I had a very active job. But at 130 pounds overweight, I was not healthy. I couldn't do the job properly because I was so heavy. And also my husband Kyle behind the camera, he was 375 pounds. He also had a very active job. And you know, there are people saying, oh, I'm healthy at 100 pounds plus overweight. I can run, I can be active. Well, I can tell you from my personal experience, I had really bad health issues because of my weight at that size. I could not do anything properly. I could barely walk. I had plantar fasciitis so bad that I was hobbling on one foot because of my weight. I had sleep apnea where I was stopping breathing 7 times per night, partially stopping breathing 84 times a night because of my weight. Kyle had type 2 diabetes. We had knee problems, back problems, feet problems, all because of our weight. It didn't matter how active we were. At that size, we were not healthy. I wish that I would have loved myself more, yes, because I've learned now it's good to love yourself at any size, but that doesn't mean loving yourself and accepting yourself at any size doesn't mean that you don't improve your health. It's two different things. Loving your body and being healthy are different.
Just because you're active doesn't mean that you're fit. Sorry, it doesn't mean this.
Coach Greg, you do not have to apologize because you're 100% correct. And that is again coming from somebody who was 130 pounds overweight. I was not healthy. I don't need any research study to say that. I felt it. I was miserable. I could barely breathe. I couldn't bend down to tie my shoes. I was getting stuck in plastic lawn furniture and I was going to need a seatbelt extender. That is not a healthy body.
Research analyzed over 500,000 participants in an observational study, so yeah, you could say it's not like cause and effect, I don't know, whatever, it wasn't randomized, it wasn't a meta-analysis, yeah, whatever. If you want to live in imagination land and ignore this data, then that's on you. You want to say, yeah, I'm 100 pounds overweight, but I go for a walk every day, I'm healthy, I'm going to live to be 100? If you want to think that, that's fine. I'm here to say, on average, if you're overweight, it means you're not healthy, even if you're active.
Walking at my size at 275 pounds was not like walking at the size I am now at 145 pounds. At 275 pounds, I had to stop every 5 minutes when I was walking because my legs would cramp up. My heel would get so sore. I had to stop. I would be so out of breath. I had to pause and take a break before I could keep going.
My blood circulation was so bad, I had those shin splints where me and Nicole both had multiple physical health reasons why we had to stop walking every few minutes.
When we would go groceries, I would ask Kyle to park at the closest spot possible to the door because I could barely walk with my plantar fasciitis just to go get groceries. So somebody saying that 100 pounds overweight, they can walk and be perfectly fit and healthy, I have to challenge that because I know what it feels like to be in a heavy body, and it was not fun, and I was miserable.
So I'm looking at a report from CNN. It says, fat but fit is a myth when it comes to heart health, new study shows. This means that you can't just exercise and be overweight and think that you're as healthy as if you were leaner. It's not the case. I'm sorry to break it to you. You need to lose the weight to be as healthy as possible.
Absolutely. Kyle and I both lost 130 pounds. I no longer have sleep apnea. His blood sugar levels are perfect every time he tests them. We no longer wake up gasping for air at night. Kyle used to have acid reflux really bad. We no longer have shin splints or plantar fasciitis. Our knee problems, our back problems are mostly healed. Sure, there'll be some irreparable damage that we have, but we are really healthy now compared to what we were before. And it's really cool to see a news study coming out and talking about this because this trend is not healthy for anyone. Saying that health at any size is a thing.
Yeah, it's political pandering, and those health at every size people are not going to be with you in the middle of the night when you have diabetes and you're going to the washroom like 30 times a night, or you have scoliosis or knee problems and the weight is just bearing down on your joints.
And just like Greg says, he tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. This is coming from two formerly obese people, and we're telling you, health at any size, it's not a thing.
And we care about you, so like Greg says, we have to tell you the truth. We can't pander to a group like the mainstream media does.
We started this channel to help you guys, and we can't help you if we're not honest with you. This is why we're doing this video, because we love you and we care about you, just like my friend Dr. Coach Dad.
And what we get a lot in the comments is like people will focus on the language we use to avoid the issue of being morbidly obese. So they'll say, when we talk about ourselves like being really heavy, they'll say, that's mean, you shouldn't say you were really heavy. What should we call it? Should we say we were really light?
I was fat, I was obese, I was heavy. All of those words, they might offend you, but I need to be real about them because that's what I was. And until I admitted that, I was in denial and I was completely unhealthy and I was living a lie thinking that I was invincible, nothing was gonna harm me, I could eat whatever I want and go on forever. Well, guess what? Sleep apnea crept up and a whole lot of other medical problems, and I had to make the decision. Do I wanna live like this in denial and stuff gets worse, or do I wanna save my life?
And we've been dedicating our lives for 6 years on YouTube to helping people that come to us and ask for help on how to lose weight and get healthier, and we're not going to stop that.
No.
And I know Greg's been doing it a lot longer than we have. He's been on YouTube like 12 years and helping people long before he probably started YouTube.
And we really appreciate that he does that because the two, or all of us combined who are trying to help you guys lose weight, the more of us, the better. Because this is an important message to get across. Don't listen to the trends that are going on. Be healthy, love your food, eat in a calorie deficit, and love your life.
What happens when you're obese? Look how high those numbers are going. Some of the numbers are approaching 7. This is not good. So if you compare an inactive person of normal weight to an active person who's obese, you can clearly see that it's healthier for the person to be of normal weight, even if they're a couch potato. I know it sucks. It sucks. Now, trust me, I'm not trying to make fun of people who are overweight. I'm not trying to tease them. I'm not trying to put them down. Trust me. Of anyone on YouTube, does anyone understand that this is the fault of genetics more than anything else?
Looking at that study, it's actually kind of cool to look at all three, like healthy weight, overweight, and obese, because Kyle and I have been all three. So to see how crazy the numbers were when we were inactive and obese, like we had active jobs, but after that, we literally went to the couch and didn't leave because we could barely move at our size.
We were couch potatoes.
We were couch potatoes. I don't really know what that is, but no, we literally sat on the couch. So it's really crazy to see what we did to ourselves. And it's crazy to see then when we lost, half of our weight, we were still overweight, but we had improved our health just looking at that study. We also felt it in our bodies. And now we do an hour of cardio 6 times a week like it's nothing. And to think that we came from being 130 pounds overweight each to where we are now, and we've kept our weight off for 6 years. It's crazy. You have to eat right and exercise combined. Love your food, love what you're doing for exercise. It's incredible how much better you feel.
You chose the wrong parents. I didn't. You did. You chose the wrong parents. Your parents gave you genetics that you're going to be overweight. But the sad truth is, this is going to impact your health. I don't make the rules. I never decided that if you're overweight, you're going to have high cholesterol, diabetes, or hypertension. No, I didn't do that. It's just a matter of fact. Over 500,000 people in this study. And yeah, I get it. It's a randomized trial. It's an observational study, but it's over 500,000 people. Oh, it's not a meta-analysis. Well, it's over 500,000 people.
Kyle and I didn't have the best genetics. That is true. But it's also a combination of what we did to ourselves with food. We're the ones who turned to food to cope, and we're the ones who used the food, and we got heavy, and we didn't exercise, and we just kept eating and eating and gaining and gaining and gaining. We didn't have great genetics, but that's no excuse. Do we have to work harder than most people to be where we are? Absolutely. Do we have to eat in more of a calorie deficit than other people who have better genetics? Absolutely. But we don't just blame our genetics anymore, because we realized this is us with bad genetics, and it's not so bad. We had to realize that we needed to start taking personal accountability for what we were putting in our bodies. I'm saying this because we love you guys. It doesn't matter what diet you're doing to lose weight. It doesn't matter what size you are, what you're struggling with. We know it's hard. You might have a lot of things against you. You might have medication or health problems that cause weight gain or that make it really hard for you to lose weight. I have PCOS. That makes it hard for me to lose weight as well. So I know how hard it is, and so does Kyle.
And now you have the world telling you that it's okay to be hundreds of pounds overweight. It's got to be even tougher now, because when we were growing up in the late 80s and 90s and stuff, Nicole grew up in the 60s, but when I was growing up in the 90s, there was no body positivity. There was no health at every size. Your teacher, your uncle, your friends all told you were fat every single day.
Yeah.
And that is not good either. We're not saying we should go back to that.
No, absolutely
Both
not.
ways, lying to you, saying you should feel bad about yourself because you're overweight is wrong. But also lying to you and saying health at every size is wrong.
And that is why we're here. We're here to help you. We found a way to love our food and just eat in portion. And that put us in a deficit. And then just moving our body a little bit every single day, we lost the weight and got healthy. And it was a battle, I'm telling you. It was a fight. It took us 2 years because we did it. We chose to do it slow. And that is why we're here. Because we don't want to put anyone down that's overweight. We know what it feels like. This is why we're doing this video. We love you, and we just want you to know you're not alone. And love yourself for where you are, and just know no matter what, you might have to work a little harder than others, but it can be done because there's two of us standing here. You can only see one, but there are two of us standing here that have done it, and we're here for you.
Oh, and this is what we're seeing. Is it 100% irrefutable proof? No, it's not. But if you want to like sit down and live in imagination land with Peter Pan, you can do that if you want, and let's just ignore this. Yeah, I choose to ignore 500,000 people's results. I'm just going to be obese and eat whatever I want, not put the fork down, not eat low-calorie dense foods. Why would I do that? Because, look, I saw a picture, and this picture is somebody who's 100 pounds overweight, and it says they're healthy. This is the new healthy. I choose to follow that picture. Why would I listen to Coach Greg and the 500,000 people in that study?
I looked like the models. I was that size that they are on the cover of the magazine, and they look really happy and they look really bright. But remember, magazine covers are photoshopped and edited, and they may look happy and beautiful on the outside, but at that size, at 275 pounds, I did not feel beautiful on the inside. I felt a mess. I was really unhealthy, miserable, sluggish. I was in pain all the time, like joints and aching, and it was rough.
I'm asking you why? Because it's easier to self-justify eating and being overweight. Now listen, I know it's hard to lose weight. It's hard to put the fork down. You're starving. You know one thing that can help? My friggin' cookbook. You know it can help. Low-calorie dense food cookbook.
His cookbook is good. So are our weight loss guides, which are in the links down below. Exactly what we ate to lose the first and next 50 pounds, portions, meal plans, family-friendly recipes, you name it. We're gonna plug it too.
Over 2,500 testimonials changed their lives, lost weight, kept it off. Cookbook 2, it's even better.
He's not lying. We actually bought Cookbook 2, and it's awesome. And if you haven't watched our review on his Cookbook 2, you better check it out, because I'm a really good bike rider. That's all I'm gonna say.
If you can't lose weight, and if you don't have reason enough to lose weight by now, how about your health, your life? Is it worth losing weight? Is it worth getting a cookbook? Is it worth trying to eat less calories and being in a deficit and do all the right things to lose weight?
We always get asked, Nicole and Kyle, what is your motivation to keep going? And what we realized is health was really important, looking better was really important, but we needed an even deeper reason than that. And I love Kyle very much, and he loved me, and we knew if we both didn't get healthy, one of us might not make it out of this. And so we made a promise to each other. I'm not gonna let you down. You are my motivation. I'm doing this for me, yes, but for you, because I love you and you're my partner, and I promised I'd be there. And so having a bigger motivation, your kids, your spouse, anything, your pet, anything that will help motivate you even further. Mine was Kyle and I was his, and it really helped.
Maybe. I mean, there's only 500,000+ people in this study, so if you want to ignore all that and live in imagination land, well, that's on you. That's the risk you choose to do. If you want to choose with ignorance, ignorance is bliss. Don't tell me about that. No, I don't want to get blood work. Why would I want to know that I'm slowly killing myself? I don't want to know that. Why would I get my blood pressure taken? I don't want to know I have hypertension. I don't want to know about my cholesterol. I don't want to know if I'm developing diabetes. That all sucks. I'm not going to the doctor. Don't tell me.
This was Kyle and I 100%. I avoided the doctor like crazy because I didn't want to go. Anytime I went to the doctor, his answer was, "You're fat." And he was right. All of the problems I was visiting for was caused by my weight. And by hearing him say that, I would have had to face it. And I didn't want to face it, so I avoided it time and time again. And Kyle did the same thing.
We seen this cover of these magazines that Greg's talking about a couple of days before we watched the video.
Yeah.
And my answer to Nicole, it would have been funny because the video would have been like 3 seconds long. I said, does the magazine show their blood work?
And he's totally right.
It doesn't. It says these words that make you feel good. They're healthy. Show their blood work. Because we don't guess. Me and Nicole don't just guess that we're healthy. I just had my blood work done. I probably won't flash up like my personal information on the screen, but my A1C is perfect. My fasting blood sugar, perfect. Cholesterol levels, all my organs. I had an ultrasound done on all my organs. They're all functioning. Everything's perfect. So just be aware of the media saying things without showing you any proof.
And when our blood work, when we were obese, was terrible. We had a ton wrong with us. Our blood work now is amazing. Like, Kyle's doctor was actually blown away at how fit and how good his levels were. And one thing I get asked sometimes in the comments is, did you actually go to a doctor to say that you don't have sleep apnea anymore? And yes, I went through another sleep study and I was cleared of sleep apnea.
Don't guess about your health, guys. You're worth it more to your family, your friends, and yourself. Go get checked out.
Yep, go get checked, and just avoiding makes it worse. So we're here for you, just know that.
And maybe buy my freaking cookbook if you want to lose weight.
He has a cookbook, eh?
I really just wanted to go to the end to do that. Flipping up 2 videos. Is that?
He does it, but way better than that.
Yeah, he does. Okay, the friends, buy his cookbooks if you didn't know he had them. Go check out Coach Greg if you hadn't. Watch his videos. He is amazing. And watch ours and buy our weight loss guys, because you can love your food and lose weight and enjoy life. Watch these 2 videos. Ready for my post down, Coach Greg and C-Bun. Shake it up, Buttercup. Shake it.
Whoa. No.
Slippers.
We keep a PG on this channel, all right?
This is PG.
See you guys.
Bye guys, love you. Remember, the friends, that weight loss isn't just about the number on the scale. It's also about here and here. Heart and mindset. Fight through it. You can do it.